Sheriff Radcliffe, longest serving sheriff in the history of the world, I think, at least in the United States, right?
United States.
United States. My dear friend, Pickaway County Sheriff, and of course he'll tell you in a moment, but they have been involved in many cases like this where
Right.
you've had divers who've come out and you've got a team that you call on and they do a great job. Let me also introduce Steve Schumaker, who's right here. Steve heads up our criminal section in the Attorney General's office. He's a former prosecuting attorney in Clark County, and this was his idea. Steve is a diver, and he came to me a number of months ago and said, you know, one thing that we just really need to be able to do in regard to BCI and to continue to provide the real service that we want to be able to provide is to have a dive team. And so we talked with Tom Stickrath, who's right behind you all, who is the superintendent of BCI, and we all decided that this was a great idea, and here we are today. Director, you're up.
Thank you. Well, it's a pleasure to be here, and what a partnership. Ohio EPA, we're here to protect human health and the environment doesn't stop at the shoreline. So this partnership allows us now to get out into the water with our teammates and do some criminal investigation where before we were limited to just on the shoreline. And a lot of things get hid or a lot of things get misplaced in the water, and now it allows us to reach out into those areas. Thanks for talking to me into this. It didn't take too much talking because I'm also a diver. So it was real easy to come to me and says, I got an idea for you. And it just made perfect sense.
Are you suiting up today?
I'm suiting up today. And when we talk about shared services and partnerships within government, each of us can have our own standalone islands and cost money. And here we have an ability to partner intra-agency with our folks over at the AG's office. I mean, how exciting is that? Share services, share people. They're going to help us with the criminal piece anyway. It just makes perfect sense, and it allows us to reach out beyond the shoreline to do some investigation and hopefully, again, protect human health and the environment. So, very glad to be here, and this is exciting.
Let me turn it over, Director. Thank you. Let me turn it over to our host today.